I was in a setting last night, and the question came up last night about how can you not, how can you be selfish when you wear so many hats? And at the moment, I didn't say anything, but now that I'm home and I'm able to think about the things that was said, I'm able to come up with some answer for that question. And a lot of times, people think that just because they wear all these type of hats, meaning like they got a lot of things that they do, and a lot of people depend on them to do the things that they do. However, the question was, how do you be selfish when you do so much for everybody and you have to show up for everybody? And the answer to that question from my perspective is, a lot of times we wear those hats holding everything together, being there for everybody, showing up for everybody, doing things for everybody. And us as a whole, or as an individual, we're afraid sometimes to put some of those hats off, take some of those hats off, because when we remove the help that we give to other people, we feel like we're not going to no longer be valuable to that person. So we keep on keeping on. I'm here to say it's okay to take them hats off. It's okay to let everything go. I'm not saying let your life fall apart. However, I am saying allow it to go. Allow it to. It's one of the hardest things you can do after you done showed up so much. But you realize that if you stop showing up, everybody fall apart. But what about you? That's where the selfishness come in, with saying it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to put some time in for yourself. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to show up for yourself in situations like that, because at the end of the day, these people gonna always depend on you, and you'll never have that time to focus on yourself. So in order to get that time, you have to take a lot of things off of your plate. A lot of times we're afraid to put something down, because if we put it down, it's gonna fall apart. Whether that's a relationship, a friendship, a childship, or whatever the case may be, you carry everybody's problems. Everybody's dealing with something, and you carrying all these problems for other people to have a lighter load when you is over capacity. You got to, like, release some of those things. And by releasing those things, or how you release those things, is putting things down that's outside of your control. If your children don't call you, or if you got adult children and they rather go off and do them, and they just say the hell with contacting my parents or my mom or my dad, I don't want to have anything to do with them, let it go. Let it go, because that's a decision they made. Because at the end of the day, a lot of times we keep the relationship going by keep reaching out, keep calling, keep sending money, keep showing up, keep doing all these things, and we never get to the point in life where we're satisfied with what's happening or what we get in return. Because most of the time, we don't get nothing in return when these things take place. Only thing we get is like beating ourselves down when we can't, you know, come through for people like we need to. A lot of us think that if we don't show up, we're gonna like lose out. And in a lot of situations, whether you want to call it losing out or not, but in a lot of situations, it's not a loss. It's actually clarity, like coming to sense with, only time I'm valuable to certain people is when I'm giving, what they need. We don't want to just live in life giving everybody what they need. What about us? We need something too. We need somebody to pour to us too. We need somebody to fill us up too. Because at the end of the day, when you done gave everything out and you have nobody replenishing you, then what? Then who you become? How do you become this person for yourself? Because your children gonna run off and leave. Not everybody children. And I'm not saying it in a nasty way. I'm saying a lot of times kids go off and leave. They get their own life. And even if they don't leave, you still not a priority in their life. Your friends, your co-workers, your marriage, your siblings, your family, whomever it might be. You carry all these things to keep the family afloat, to keep things going, to keep things, you know, passing through, making a way for itself. And then when you shut that light off in the middle of the night, only thing you can say is, oh, well, I got that done for such and such. I got everybody else squared away. But I'm sitting here all alone with my thoughts, wondering who's going to look out for me if I was to get sick? Who's going to look out for me if I needed something? Who's going to show up for me when I need them to? And then you go to think about it and look over your life and realize, like, I'm here for everybody in my life. I'm here for them. I show up for them. I be there for them. So if something was to take place for me, I don't have nobody with the capacity to show up for me like I show up for them. And that's where you lose it. You have to balance your life out. You have to balance your situation out. You have to get people and show up for people that can do the same for you. You have to show up for people and do things for people that can show up for you and do the same for you. You don't want an uneven relationship. If this person can't pour into you when you at your 50% and they at 100% and they can't give you some of their 100%, that's not the person that you need to be with, no matter who it is. If a job ain't giving you what you need and replenishing you and showing up for you and rooting you on when something take place in a good manner, that ain't the job for you. If your friends can't show up for you when you ain't got nothing else to offer, that ain't the friend for you. You see, it's a lot of people show up to your events when they free, but you won't have too many that pop up when you spend. And I heard it over and over again. Events used to be free, now she charging. I ain't finna pay that for that. They want to support you when you done everything in your power in the beginning to give them a good time, introduce them to a good time, show up for them, show out for them, make them feel good, do all these things that you could do for a setting, a group of people, just for them to wind up, you know, being nobody to you. Being nobody, like absolutely nobody. So to answer that question, being selfish, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Selfish is the new way for a lot of people that don't understand. Because I hear a lot of people talk about how many hats they wear. I don't want to be that busy ever in my life. Because being busy and being productive is two different things. Being busy is a lot of times you doing and showing up for everybody else. Being productive is when you showing up for yourself, making a way for you. A lot of times we do everything and make ways for everybody because we feel like that's going to fulfill us. In a certain sense, sometimes we do get fulfilled. If you that type of person, I love support. I love helping. I love showing out, showing up. I love being there. I love participating. I love the whole idea of union. However, a lot of people, no. A lot of people don't. They'll leave you high and dry. Like you can have some friends that be in your car with you driving down the street in your car, boom, 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 boom. Then you run out of gas. Clunk, clunk, clunk. After you run out of gas, you got a friend in the front and two in the back. You gonna have two of them that say, I'm gonna call a cab, or I'm finna call my buddy to come pick me up. Then you gonna have that one person that's gonna say, man, we're gonna push the car to the store. We're gonna get to the gas station. Pick and choose your people wisely. You can have people riding with you forever. Forever, ever. And guess what? These people won't help you do a damn thing. So choose wisely. First, choose yourself. Because when you choose yourself, everything else aligns. If it's not aligned with where you're going or conducive to your growth, you'll know. You'll get that out your way. So choose you first. Be selfish. Because it's needed in this world for us to flourish in life. Be selfish. It's okay. Choose you. When you choose you, you notice everything else that takes place. Choose you first. Just want to bring that quick message. It's Coach, follow me for more.